All right, hello everyone. My name is Alyssa. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and founder of Keep the Adventure Alive, and I am on a mission to show you you can thrive, you can adventure with arthritis, and I'm so glad you're joining me for this workout today. You don't need anything but some space and about 20 minutes of time. All right, ready? We are going to get started with this arthritis-friendly workout. We're going to be nice to our joints today and get our heart rates going. So I just want you first to just start stepping. We're going to do all kinds of different stuff today. The key is variety. That is when you're going to unlock that joint pain and finally find that pain relief. So keep marching. And now we're going to take that march side to side. So you're going to keep the march, but all you're going to do is move sideways and sideways. Move it sideways. Keep lifting those knees up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take it into a side shuffle. So all you're going to do, you can just step sideways, or if you want to kick it up a notch, add just that small little hop side to side. Add just that small little hop side to side. Get those heart rates going. Again, if you need to, just step sideways. We don't move side to side often enough, and so those muscles tend to get neglected. And so we are trying to wake those muscles up, especially in our hips, because strong hips are key to whatever arthritis you have. Back, knees, ankles. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now you are going to stand on that left leg, and what you're going to do is you're going to step forward, sideways, and then backwards. Make sure you have some space behind you. So you're going to step forward, sideways, backwards. Start a few slow, and then I want you to try to speed it up. Forward, side, back, forward, side, back. We want to start to add a little bit of speed to some exercises too, because we don't move in life always slow. So we need to be able to keep up, and we need our joints to be able to keep up too. Forward, side, back, forward, side, back. 2 more. Forward, side, back. Knee is nice and soft. Forward, side, back. Now you're going to switch. Right side, knee is soft. Forward, side, back. Forward, side, back. Again, start slow, and then if you can, speed it up. We're looking to keep this leg as straight as possible, so don't actually step out. You're just tapping. Can be challenging on your balance, so if you need to, grab something to hang on to for support. Awesome job. We have 2 more all the way around. And last one. Excellent. Okay, now I want you to go back to standing on that left side. What we're going to do, and this one can be a little bit challenging, so grab something if you need to. You're going to step back, pull that knee forward. Step back, pull that knee. The further back you step, the harder it's going to be, because you're going to be on one leg for a longer period of time. So if you need to, just take a small step behind you. But I want you to focus on driving that knee up. Drive that knee up. You're not bending at the chest. You're keeping everything up tall. I should be able to still read your shirt if you're facing the camera. And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna switch. You can do with your arms what feels good to you. Same thing. Now you're gonna stand on that right side. Step back, squeeze up. Think about coming up. You're straightening that leg as you come up. To challenge yourself, step back further and squeeze up. You're on one leg for a longer period of time, but we're all about success. And so if you're trying to step back but are really having a hard time keeping your balance, go slow, do a smaller step, and then slowly progress out there, because our bodies really love success. And that is one thing that I really want to strive to you and push to you today, is we want to get success more than anything with arthritis. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now feet standing shoulder width apart. Okay, you're gonna just get into a small squat, but what I want you to do is stick your bottom back. So you're sticking your bottom back. We're not bending forward in the knees. So sit your bottom back. I want you to punch right out in front of you. I want you to keep this little squat right here. And you're just punching, alternating. I want you to think about squeezing those stomach muscles. If you feel like you have a real arch in your back, I want you to try to get rid of that arch. Tuck your hips underneath, and we are just squeezing. The more that you tuck those hips underneath, the more that your core is going to start working. So keep going. You're just punching, small bend in the knees. And we're going to go for about 10 more seconds here. We want to get that heart rate going a little bit. If you need to, punch lower. That's going to be nicer to the shoulders. 3, 2, we're taking that punch right to an uppercut. So I'm going to show you what this is. You're going to dig, push your fist. You're almost making half moons with your fists. So you're punching up, so you're coming right in front of yourself. Punching up, up. So you're keeping that movement in your legs. You're not bending your knees. This isn't a squat, but you're alternating those arms. Again, we're adding a little bit of that rotation, which is good. Again, another thing we don't get a lot of. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we got a couple more here. So I want you to keep in that position where your bottom is back. Like if there's a wall behind you, you're reaching back for that wall. Now, we're going to do a speed bag. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus, get that arch out of your back, and I want you to spin your hands. Really contract those stomach muscles on this one. I want you to spin your hands. Feel that core really start to contract. It's not going to if you're with this arch. Get that arch out of your back. And I want you to go as fast as you can. Again, we want to add a little bit of speed. Don't be afraid of speed. We just want to make sure that it doesn't cause significant pain. And now you're going to rotate the other way. So now we were going this way. Now we're going the other way. Again, I want you to stay in that stomach. Really keep those core muscles tight. Sit those hips back. If you're feeling it in your back, stand up tall for a second. Sit those hips back. Get those stomach muscles working. 3, 2, and 1. One last thing for rotation. What I want you to do, you're going to take your right arm. You're going to step out with that left leg, and you're going to turn and punch. Rotation is something that we become really scared of. You're turning your shoulders and you're punching straight across. Move your feet however it feels good to you. When you take a step, you're stepping and crossing. Step and cross. And you're meeting back in the middle. You're turning your shoulders to where you are. We're not twisting. Twisting is different than rotation. Rotation is good for you. Sometimes twisting, not so much. But we don't rotate a lot during the day either. And so that is why we need to get some variety in our exercise. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to switch to the other side. Same thing. You're taking that other arm straight out. Get kind of a rhythm going with your feet. I like to tap, 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 tap. However feels good to you though, run with it. Guys, we have 5 left on this side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last one. All right, now what I want you to do is we're going to actually alternate side to side now. So you're going to go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So you're just moving that opposite, well, I guess you're moving both feet, but you're extending that same arm, same leg. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now what I want you to try to do now is you're going to get a little bit of space here. We're going to power walk forwards. Then I want you to walk backwards. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, I haven't walked backwards in a long time, or it feels weird. Totally get it. Again, another one of those things we do not do very often, but the backs of our legs tend to get neglected. So, I want you to really think when you're walking backwards. So again, start slow and controlled. Get your bearings first. I don't want you to fall. If you need a kitchen counter, go ahead and grab one. But then I want you to think about picking up the pace, and I want you to think about powering yourself back from your feet, using the backs of those legs. Power yourself back, come forward, and I want you to keep going. Walking backwards is a really good thing for knee arthritis, for hip arthritis, for back arthritis, degenerative disc disease, even shoulder arthritis. The way that we move our bodies impacts even our shoulders. You guys, we have about 15 more seconds. I want you to focus on driving that heart rate up. Get it going. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're going back to that sideways motion, but we're going to make this a little bit more challenging. So we're going to do karaoke or karaoke, whatever you call it. You're going to, so stay with me for a second. You're going to cross forward, cross behind, cross forward, cross behind. Once you reach the end, you're going to switch. So you're going to cross forward, cross behind, cross forward, cross behind. Let me show you from the back so you can kind of follow along. So we're going to be stepping with the left foot. You're going to cross over, cross behind, cross over, cross behind. Then when we go back to that right side, you're going to cross over in front, cross over behind, cross over in front, cross over behind. And I want you to keep going. And as you get more confident, I want you to try to speed it up a little bit. So it's going to look something like this. Cross over, cross behind. Cross over, cross behind. Ideally, you'd have a little bit more space, so a little bit longer of a pathway. So if you can, extend yours out a little bit. Now, don't be frustrated if you don't get this right away. This is a more advanced movement, but one of the things that is important is balance. And balance improves when you do things that you don't normally do, or you challenge your body in a little bit of a different way. How many times do you catch yourself getting kind of caught in your feet, or being able, like catching yourself in these weird foot positions? So we train that. And the good thing about this is balance is awesome for arthritis. And last one, and if you are struggling with this, do not get down on yourselves, because like I said, this is a hard movement to accomplish, but we are all about improving coordination too. And so if I gave you everything that was easy, we would not really be making any progress. So you want to challenge yourself safely, but this is one thing that I want you to focus on learning. And then it's something that you can kind of do throughout the day to keep not only your legs moving, but your brain moving too, because you have to think about that. Okay, now what I want you to do is you're just going to stand one foot in front of the other. Okay, so you want to make sure you can get your balance here first. This is number one basic thing that we want to master right here. Okay, now what I want you to do, you're gonna raise one arm up, one arm to the side, one arm to the side, up, side, side, up, side, side. If this position is hard for you or challenging and you're really having a hard time, just widen your feet. The more that you do balance, the easier it gets, just like anything else. So you're reaching up and reaching out to the side, reaching up and reaching out to the side. This is when you catch yourself trying to reach for something outside of your base of support. Whoops. All right. For those of you that are rocking this 1 foot in front of the other stance, one thing you can do to make this harder is lift 1 foot. So now you're on one leg, reaching out side to side. You should feel that ankle really starting to work, keeping yourself here. And now I want you to switch. After this one, you're going to switch. Now the other foot's going to be in front. Get your balance first. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you have your balance because, like I said, balance is all about success. We want you to be successful. Up, out, out. This is how your body learns how to do something. If you're constantly failing, then it's not necessarily going to learn the right pattern. Find success. Then, if you can, make it harder. Lift up that back leg. Now you can add weights to this. You can do all kinds of crazy things to this, but we want to master the basics first. You should feel that hip starting to really fire on this one. And we're going to hang out here for another 10 seconds. Keep going. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay. Now, one thing I want us to try is we want to be confident on one leg as well as being on 2 legs. And so not only is it just standing on one leg, but we also want to get confident skipping. And so I want you to try something and see how it goes. So one of the things, we are driving that knee up in the beginning. One of the things I want you to try is to see if you can lift your body. Now, one of the things, you can hang on to something. You do not have to actually leave the ground, but the act of trying to jump recruits other muscles. So I want you to stand on the left. You're going to lift the right knee up, bring it down, power up, power up, power up. See, I am not really even leaving the ground. You can hang on to something to give you a little bit of support, but I want you to try to lift up, lift up. And like I said, even if you do not leave the ground, so you're here, try to lift that heel up a little bit. Lift that heel. I want you to try to leave the ground. You might feel silly, and that's okay. We're building stronger muscles and stronger joints. It's going to get your heart rate going up a little bit too, and we're going to try 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Other side, so you're going to stand on your right side. You're going to drive that left knee up. Again, hang on to something if you need to. And you're going to try to lift up off the ground. You're going to push up, lift up on that heel, and start to really get some power back in those legs. Lift up, lift up. At the very least, I want you to try to lift up that cat, lift up that heel on the leg that you're standing on. And then you can progress it just to a small hop. You don't have to do, a max height jump. But it's the fact of starting to really get those quads to wake up, those thigh muscles, those glutes to really wake up. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So the 2 key takeaways from this workout, and something that you can implement into your daily routine, is variety. We want to get some more rotation. So I want you to come back here with me, and you're going to come reach straight across. Now there's lots of things you can do here. We can add weights. We can do all kinds of crazy things. We can come down low. We can reach up high. Do what feels good to you, but we want to get some of that rotation. Now, like I said, rotation is not twisting. Notice how my shoulders are moving with my body. I'm not twisting. And another thing is, now let's join me again for those lateral shuffles. Lateral shuffles. Just side to side. You can add a little pep in your step if you want to, or just stick to that side to side stepping. Side to side stepping. And again, we can do all kinds of crazy things here. One of the things I want you to focus on is that karaoke. So if you run through this video again, make sure that you master that. Because if we can master some of these new skills, then that is where we're really going to thrive. And that is where hiking, running, all of these things become possible. But we have to be willing to put in the work, get our joints stronger. Because if we don't get our joints stronger, we're not going to get pain relief. And that is just the bottom line. Now there's lots of other things that goes into it. But so if you feel good during this, I challenge you to try again tomorrow and even try to run through it twice. But pay attention to your body. If you have stiffness, if you have pain after this, then we may need to take it a little bit slower. We're doing new movements, and so discomfort is okay. We're not looking for that significant increase in pain. So if you feel okay after this video in the next 24 hours, I would challenge you, do this again, maybe even run through it twice, or maybe even add a little bit of pep to your step here, because these are so important. Stronger joints is the only way that you will find pain relief, and that you will find pain relief naturally without having to run through surgery. So I want you to work on all of these movements. Take it slow, pause the video if you need to, but these are the movements that I want you to master. Again, my name is Dr. Alyssa Kuhn. I am a physical therapist and an arthritis specialist. You can find me at keeptheadventurealive.com. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.